So, good morning, everyone, and welcome to UkraineDating.tv. And if you are looking for serious relationship and tired of these modern relationships, you're in the right place. So today's topic is ask a Ukrainian woman this one question to know if she is truly mature. Okay, so let me play the video for you guys, even though nobody's watching. And then I guess I can discuss it. Let's go.
The number one question that a woman can ask a guy is, what's the biggest thing you learned about yourself through like the last few relationships you had? And you'll hear a lot of people say, well, I learned not to trust people because this girl was a bitch or girl cheated on me. And I learned that I should never do X, Y, and Z because of this. And it's always, even all the stuff they learned about themselves is somebody else's fault. The second thing that they're going to do is what I learned about myself is that I am strong enough and I deserve more. And then they'll start inflating themselves. So the authentic person will say, whoa, I had this relationship. I realized that I was not strong enough to do X, or I had insecurities around this. That question alone, what is the biggest thing you learned about yourself? If someone has a mask on, that's the perfect opportunity for me to show you how powerful my mask is. Mm-hmm. It's also the perfect opportunity for an authentic person to really genuinely give you an answer.
Yeah, to be honest with you, it's not just men, it's women too. You ask them about the previous relationships and they usually say, especially modern women, they would always say, well, he treated me bad, he didn't do this for me, and blah blah blah, and then yeah. I was actually, once I watched this video a few days ago when I was getting ready for the podcast. So I thought about it myself, like what did I learn from my previous relationship? And I got stuck. Honestly. Yeah, I know I've made my mistakes. I mean, yeah. But anyway, what about you guys? What do you guys think about this? Do you let's get in the comments. But yeah, just I think everybody should live and learn. I think life is one big lesson, and if you don't learn, if you keep making the same mistakes over and over, I mean, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I mean, 3, 4 times, I mean, shame on me, right? But anyway, I don't think any. Okay, so there's 2 people here now. I see, or maybe not. Maybe it's just all me by myself. I was gonna play the video again. I'm gonna play it again when you guys come back here. I guess if anybody comes here today. But well, kind of thinking like, a lot of people don't. Hi, Passport King. Hello, here you are. Okay, I'll wait for another few minutes to see if anybody else shows up so I can play the video again, because I play the video and then nobody here, and then I talk and oh, okay. Passport King, do you want to see the video? Since you're here, okay. Fool you, Zhenya, you okay? Hold on, I'm reading it. I should post it. Fool you, Zhenya, you have the wisdom of Greek goddess Minerva. Okay, need to look that one up. Okay, interesting. When I was a kid, I used to read Greek mythology, but that was many years ago, decades. So yeah, I remember Zeus, Poseidon. Well, everybody knows these, right? So, but believe me, I've been fooled. But again, the fact that I don't know, maybe because I'm empathetic and caring and I'm a very nurturing person, and I guess people have taken advantage of me prior, and I don't know, I always want to see the best in people, and I'm hoping and I'm giving them one chance and another and another and another, and it's like hoping for something better. But in the end, I spent freaking years and decades, and stupid people. Okay, I'll wait for the people you said. Okay, thank you. Greek mythology is wacky, but yeah. Well, honestly, Passporting, Greek mythology is kind of like honestly the same thing as any other religion to me. To be honest with you, because if you think about it, okay, really don't want to get into the religions, but yeah, like if you think about every single god in every religion, same entity, same scenario, same stories. So I don't know. Anyway, it's said how kind people get taken advantage of, but those kind people get their karma they deserve. I sure hope so. And it's not even, yeah, I don't even need to hope. I have seen it with my own eyes. People that try to screw me in the past, I moved on because I'm and the way I look at life, I just don't. I forgive, I guess, and just move on. The best thing to do is just get over stuff and move on, heal. And that's what I tell a lot of actually women, because even in Ukraine, like the percentage of divorces is staggering, like 76% or some stuff. Well, stuff anyway. And yeah, like I said, for the most part, is people get married too young. They don't. Uh, Again, I personally, I was when I lived in Ukraine. Like I said, everybody's getting young, getting married very, very young, very young. I told you my classmate, she was 16 and she was already 5 months pregnant, so she was 15 when she got pregnant. And everybody getting married early, early, early because that's what they, want to have sex. You gotta be in a relationship. You want to move in, then you need to be married. You don't move in. Maybe nowadays it's a little bit uh, loose with that, but I remember when I was there, it's like after 18 years old, 19 years old, you're old. You're an old hag. What is it called? Old maiden. Okay, that's what people call you. But I guess now we're, I don't know, moving up in the world. I guess it's not so ghetto like it was before. Like you have to be married by 17, 18, and it's like. And I was looking at this whole shebang, and I'm like, no, this is something not for me. I don't want to get married too fast, too young, and make a mistake of having children with someone I'm gonna resent in the future. I wanted to get married for love, and I wanted to have children only with a man that is the man for me, my soulmate. So that's why I didn't have kids. But I keep telling women, well, you need to first things first. It doesn't matter what kind of relationship you had. You need to heal, okay? And get some closure if you can, and you need to heal, and you need to see what you have done wrong, and not just, oh yeah, yeah, you did this and you didn't do this and you did that wrong and you didn't do this right. It's two-way street. And like in my case, for example, my previous relationship, it was my fault because I let this happen to me, and I let this happen for 15 years. Okay, again, stupidity and naiveness. I don't know, gullible. I don't, you want to, whatever you want to call it. Again, I have this soft spot for people, and it and I don't want to stop being kind because that's just not my nature. I'm not an evil person. I can't be evil. I can't just plan revenges or anything like this. That's just not my style or not my nature. So, but eventually I just realized it's never going to happen. So you know, I need to get the hell out of there before I mean, too late. Let me see. Oh yeah, I just clicked on that one. Okay, so this meaning the people that abuse others' kindness. Yeah, that you and I'm not the only one. I know so many people, and I mean I've seen. I've seen good men getting with the wrong woman. Um, and again, a lot of men, they chase something that is out of their league, and they think by throwing some money or something, this they're gonna get it. If you're gonna throw money at it, it won't last, because once you run out of money, unless you have like unlimited amount, even then, still, I've seen women really spend lots of money in no time. I saw a video of this one girl. She was engaged to the guy, and he finally, after 2 or 3 years, they've been together. He put her on his credit card, and apparently the guy is multi-millionaire, like super duper loaded, right? Next thing you know, next day he looks at his bank account statement and it's like 300,000 gone. And she's like, "Oh yeah, I wanted to surprise you. I bought us a car." He's like, "I already have 6 freaking cars. I have Lamborghini, Ferrari, Rolls Royce. What else do you need?" She bought some other Porsche or something. Like, he's like, "What? Not even married, and you're spending $300,000. I just put you on my credit card 3 days ago." Like, what? Yeah, so I just really don't recommend, guys, don't ever lead with money, because it'll just come back and bite you in the ass. Mm-mm. And the thing is that you try to aim someone for, not necessarily on deal, on your level physically, because, like I said, to Ukrainian women, it's not that big of a deal. You don't have to be a 10, because there's no tens in Ukraine. Well, to me anyway. I mean, my brother is up there, but thank God he's taking after our mom. I don't look anything like, I do look a little bit like my mom, but no. But most guys, I mean, he just sent me pictures from he was at the wedding with his friends, and I'm like, yeah, that's why when I was in Ukraine, I was like, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna get married here. Like, if I stay here in Ukraine, I will be single for life, because just I just knew that wasn't for me. I always wanted the Western man, and this is what I got. So, but anyway, let's see. Mm. Ukraine men don't realize that have an average the best women on earth: feminine, beautiful, intelligent, kind, and cooperative and loyal. Yes, not all, of course. I'm not. Listen, I'm not. Possibly, I'm not going to tell you that all Ukrainian women know. This would be stupid of me to say. Of course, there are degenerates in every race, every nationality. Doesn't matter. Okay, there's always degenerate, out there. So, but yeah, for the most part, yes, because this is how we are raised. This is our culture, and our culture is that woman obeys her husband. The husband is the leader. He makes all the decisions, the big decisions anyway. I guess he's not gonna decide on what's for dinner. I mean, he can tell the wife what. Most guys will tell the wife what to make, right? So for the most part, they have the control of their women, and women are okay with following the guy and then completely submitting. But it gets to their head, because this is how they're raised. So they're like, well, they see that husbands. There's what men are scared all over the world, and they don't realize that there are more women in the world than there are men, and you should be you are the prize. I don't know why you think like some guys don't have the what's the word I'm looking for? I need more coffee. Anyway, what the heck is the word? Passport, can you help me out? Anyway, they don't think that they're good enough, but that's not true. First things first, sit down and just evaluate who you really are, where you stand look wise, where you can improve, because there's always space to improve. You can always improve. There's no such thing as like, oh, I'm perfect. Nobody's perfect. There's no such thing as perfection. I mean, I find that perfection is just like beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. So if you, yeah, you love somebody, you kind of overlook, whatever's they're lacking, because I think it doesn't really matter, right? But if it's too many red flags, run. I don't care. Like at this point, I just figured I'm not gonna invest 15 years of my life again on something that. Mm. So anyway, okay, ba-ba-da-ba-bum. Okay. Let Ukrainian men see what passes for women in the West and see how good they have it with overwhelming majority of the women. Exactly. What some men don't realize when they're in paradise. Well, I wouldn't say paradise in Ukraine, not right now, but Ukraine is such a beautiful country, and it's such a shame. I mean, wars are all fucked up. I'm pardon my language, but this is how I feel. It's just politicians that it's all about this. It's never about I'm defending. U.S. is defending. What are they defending at this point? Or like Russia, what are they doing? They just wanted to have Ukraine back, and that's what Putin wants. He's like, yeah, Ukraine. That's what he said. I watched his um interview, press conference, actually, not the interview, but yeah, but there were questionnaires, and he's like, yeah, he said Ukraine was our wife, was our wife, number one wife, whatever. So we want her back. We should have never let her go. Of course, because our country is beautiful. It's the fertile, even the land is fertile. That British people grow their vegetables there because they don't have enough space in Britain. But whatever. Anyway, yes. Okay. The Ukrainian. Oh yeah, that's I just did this. Possibly. Okay, so there's an old song by Janis Joplin. Don't it always seem to go? People don't know what they got. Still gone. Pave paradise. Put up a parking lot. I never heard that song before. But with modern women, they can be at the bottom tier. Yes, you know what? Have the audacity to think they are out of man's league. Yeah, possibly. I always say Ukrainian men and Russian men, the Slavic men, that I think that they're entitled. Okay, super entitled. They should be, what, Ukrainian and like Slavic women. I think should be with Western women. I mean, men. No, and then Western women should be with Eastern European men. Yeah, that would be a good match because they're both entitled. Let's see who's gonna come out on top. Well, we kill each other, and yeah, go for it. So, the poop ship destroyer. Okay, nice name. Zelensky should never met with Nancy Pelosi. In fact, I don't remember him. I remember him meeting with Trump, Nancy Pelosi. I don't know. Politics are dirty. I don't really. It's because Western society for the past couple of decades uplifts women while putting down men. Yes, that's true. A lot of men raised in the West been led to believe not enough due to out of control hypogamous wants. Yeah, and the thing is, okay, I know Ukrainian women, we are very thrifty, frugal, right? Okay, because first of all, we grow up, and most people like very low middle class or poor side, yeah, low middle class, most of the country. So you know, we appreciate what we have in life. I was even thinking about it this morning while I was getting ready. I think people that have less in life, nothing or less, they're the most appreciative people. They're not entitled, and they're willing to give you the shirt of their back, to help you out. And I, because in Ukraine, that's kind of everybody's in the same boat. But then you go to the West, like I said, when I first moved to Canada, when I went to supermarket, I did not know what to freaking even get. All the I was shocked and floored. I'm like, you have all freaking all of this, like, and then some, and a bag of chips, and the freaking carton, like a big carton of chips. There's everything. There's everything, like, and more, that you stuff that you don't even need. Stupid inventions. I watch. I watched. I don't know if you guys ever watched. Um have you ever seen True TV? Anyway, I'm not. I'm posting. Actually, I'm posting something else. I'm posting the link for you guys if you guys want to join me here on podcast. If you want to chit chat with me here, then more than welcome. But yeah, like, inventions is just why the laziness. But that's another thing too. Like, people get so lazy here in the West. I was just even looking at people like wearing pajamas, like with curlers in their women in curlers, and that all these bonnets or whatever the heck you call those things, just in pajamas, going outside. And I don't even want to wear, like, I mean, I wear pajamas when I'm inside the house, but if I leave the house, I have to dress nice. I don't have to wear heels in the dress, but nice, presentable. But I just see women here, like, just don't even care. And it's like, well, I'm only gonna dress nice if you're taking me to a nice restaurant, like, whatever. You say, like, women say here in the West always, oh, well, I take pictures for me. I want to look good for me, right? All the time. It's not for the man's attention. No, no, no. It's for me, right? But then I see them when they're not going on the date, when they're not around men, they're not trying to impress anybody. When they just go to the store, they look like crap. I'm like, what happened to be looking good for yourself? What happened now? Why are you looking like a hobo? What happened now? So, and then they always, another video I saw this woman's like, well, if a man is asking to see you without makeup, means he cannot afford your beauty upkeep. Wait, what? Excuse you? Why should he pay for your makeup? No, and there's just even the mentality of this, right? No, I just want to see you, honey, what you're gonna look like when I wake up right next to you. I don't want to wake up to a freaking dude looking woman, okay? Because I've seen men put makeup and you can't tell the difference, okay? So yeah, I mean, women, cut this out. You can't just be like, it's deceiving. It is deceiving when with the pictures and the photoshops and all this and that. And yeah, and most people nowadays, which is going to be tomorrow's topic, Irina, is most people meeting online these days. You'll see the video. I just watched it for fun this morning because to see what her topic is. It's going to be an interesting topic, so I might be here tomorrow, but not gonna promise because I really don't like to wake up early on the weekends. I can't stand when women wear bonnets in public. So ghetto. Exactly. However, I look at that like a rattlesnake shaking its tail, avoiding. Yes, it's a venomous woman. Granted, I avoid, but I extra avoid when I see that. Listen, men. I all like men are visual creatures. Of course they want their woman to be looking good. Women want their man to look good too. He doesn't have to be the most handsome man. Me personally, I don't even like pretty boys. Like, no, it's not for me. If the guy it takes longer to get ready than I do, then don't. I need 20 minutes. Shower, blow dry my hair, and that's it. That's all I do. The worst, what takes me the longest is to pick out my outfit, but as long as the outfit is picked out, 20 minutes, even 15, depends on if I have to take a shower. Sometimes I don't have to take a shower, but you know. And Yeah, and makeup is expensive. Holy crap. If I just because I bought Chanel foundation a while back for the podcast, right? Because I was having some pimples and stuff. So, and Joe told me, like, put some makeup on. I'm like, okay. Anyway, and it was $80 for like a little bottle like this, and it's with the capsule, like the bottle itself, like this. $80. Okay, so if you use it on daily basis, I'm guessing that bottle is gone within a month. $80 for that. I don't know how much. It's like, I don't know, lipsticks are about 20, $30, depends on which one you buy. The mascara is like $300 a month. Hello, do you know how much groceries I can get for $300? Holy. And I mean like good groceries, and make 5-star restaurant meals at home. Like I I don't know. I just my mindset, I always count the amount of money spent. I count how much I could have made, like how much groceries I could have bought. My mentality. But anyways, now I see I have 7 people here and we're halfway through. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play the video again for you guys, and then because you guys missed it, wake up on time. I'm bugging you guys. I'm bugging you. I think we should start a little bit later so you guys wake up, because nobody wants to wake up early on Saturday. I guess that depends on where you are. Some of you guys in Europe. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna play the video again. Okay.
The number one question that a woman can ask a guy is, what's the biggest thing you learned about yourself through like the last few relationships you had? And you'll hear a lot of people say, well, I learned not to trust people because this girl was a bitch or girl cheated on me. And I learned that I should never do X, Y, and Z because of this. And it's always, even all the stuff they learned about themselves is somebody else's fault. The second thing that they're going to do is, what I learned about myself is that I am strong enough and I deserve more. And like, then they'll start inflating themselves. So the authentic person will say, whoa, I had this relationship. I realized that I was not strong enough to do X, or I had insecurities around this. That question alone, what is the biggest thing you learned about yourself? If someone has a mask on, that's the perfect opportunity for me to show you how powerful my mask is. Mm-hmm. It's also the perfect opportunity for an authentic person to really genuinely give you an answer.
Well, there you have it, guys. Okay, let me comments to do. Okay. More reasons to find Eastern European woman for a wife: less makeup and no hair extensions. Yeah, I mean, that's it. That's my hair. I don't even color it. I thought I had a gray hair here, and it looks black, doesn't it? It looks black. It's not. It's not black. It is brown, and even in the sun, reddish. I don't know. I'm happy with what I look like. Listen, what I even think 100 years ago. Well, okay, maybe not 100 years ago. I mean, yeah, 100 years ago, people couldn't afford makeup. Right now, it's everywhere, right? But back in the day, it was only the rich people who could afford it. The regular people couldn't afford freaking bread, let alone makeup. So whatever happened with just aging gracefully, taking care of yourself, you should love yourself. Okay? You should always love yourself no matter what shape you are, whatever. But at the same time, let's say if you're unhealthy, let's say you're overweight, you're unhealthy, you love yourself, yes, but make sure that you love yourself enough to realize that this is not healthy for you to be this big, and you need to start working out, you need to start dieting and live a healthy lifestyle, right? That's self-love. It's not the delusion where you're like, well, I love myself, everybody's, here I am, take me as I am. That's fine, yeah. I mean, most people don't care what you really look like. It's your life. But if you really truly love yourself, you should aim for better, especially for yourself. And the only thing I learned, well, not the only thing, I learned a lot of things from my previous relationship. I learned that I need to love myself a little bit more, and actually respect myself more, and you know, I needed to get mental help. And believe it or not, a lot of people need help, mental help. And I'm not saying that you need to take meds. No, you just need to even talk to somebody that's not your friend, that's not your family member, that's not your spouse. Sometimes you need to get things off your chest, and it's a person obviously you get to know after a certain time, but the person that, looking outside and has nothing to do with you really other than listening to you, so they can give you a different perspective than, because when you talk to your friends about your past relationships, of course, or family, they'll try to take your side, and you in believe it or not, people don't want to tell, especially when it comes to their friends and their family members and someone they cherish, whatnot. They're not going to tell the whole entire truth about the relationships. They always want to make themselves look a little bit better than, you know, the truth is. All right. So, because, listen, if like I said, it's always two-way street. Even if you're getting abused, you can't just blame that person for abusing you. Because if you keep staying there, this is your fault. I mean, this is why I accept that was my fault. That was my stupidity that I stayed with the person for so long while just being treated like shit. So I take full responsibility. I should have left alone. I left so many times, and I just kept coming back for more. And finally, it's done and over with. It took me long enough, but I learned. Finally. So. Not okay. Let's see. Cheers, you guys. Some coffee. I don't know, whatever you're drinking. Anyway, I'm not trying to marry a modern Brian of Frankenstein. Oh yeah, chicks be having makeup, hair, BBL, boob implants, lip injections, lipo, face lift, but those be the ones taking about real men. Yeah, exactly, right? I I watched this video not too long ago. This woman, she was on some podcast, but it's like they're all sitting on the stage, whatever. And she's saying, "I'm the boss, babe. I'm the boss, babe," and she was like, "Yeah, I have invested over $120,000 into my body." Wait, what? You mean you wasted? How's this an investment? Please explain this to me. Like how? Like I understand when you invest in your body. I imagine eating healthy food. I imagine getting enough sleep. I imagine avoiding stress. I imagine working out, being active, staying happy. This is what investing in your body means to me. Okay, it's not what you spend. You waste 120 grand on, and she was 28. And I tell you guys, she's looked at least 5 years older than I do. Okay, and I'm about to actually starting tomorrow. It'll be a month from tomorrow that I'll be 44. So and she was 28, man. She was 28. She looked older than she looked 50. And I'm thinking you're a boss babe. Like men don't want boss babes. Like men that are not simps, okay? They don't want a boss babe. They don't want to be bossed around. They're bosses already. They are bosses at work. This is what, not necessarily, but boss in life, right? And that they don't need a woman competitive that you just come home and she just you didn't do this and you didn't take out the garbage and who wants this? Even I wouldn't want somebody yapping. That's why I don't have pets. I don't want them coming home and give me food. Go pick up my poop. No, thank you. I'm good. So thank you, Passport King. Anyway, okay. I see some new people here. What is it? Okay, is okay. Da-da-da-da-da. Yes, 12 noon ain't early. I know. What? Listen, I wake up at 8 and I start at 10 a.m. So it's fine. It's fine. I'm just busting balls. Just busting some balls, you guys. Okay, they left their men at home to fight and die. What? And you and okay, Ian. So how they left their man? They probably left because their man already dead. Why would they want? Listen, if you see you so you know coming here and saying this stuff. Are you living there in Ukraine? If you were a woman, your house got blown up, your husband died in the war, and you have nobody left. Just you and your child, or just you by yourself. What you stay and live in the basement of projects with rats? Is that what you're gonna do? Like, who are you to say stuff like you? Do you live in Ukraine? Do you know what's going on in there? Where are you from, Ian? Left to die. Do you know how many women actually there on the front lines actually fighting with their along with their men? Like, what do you want her to do? It's like what kind of like in some very remote villages in India. If the husband dies, they bury his wife with her because she doesn't deserve to live without her husband. Is that what you're saying? You know what? Get off my podcast, Ian. How do I freaking block your ass? Okay, here you go. Get the fuck out of here. Stupid. There you go. Now you're out of here. Now, what the hell are you saying this stuff? Seriously. What's wrong with you? Your mama threw you against the wall, not drop you on your head. Yeah. Thank you, Passport King. Okay. Yep. That chick you mentioned on the podcast is a modern Brian the Frankenstein. Yeah, she is a Frank. Like, I mean, she's just. And I could see that she was probably good looking before she did all that stuff. Because they stretched her face so much and all these. Like, she looked like a lizard, man. Lizards look better. Anyway. Oh, thank you, Passport King. Okay, boss bait translation, raging narcissist who was unable to do any universal interest. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, Ian got kicked off. Don't people come on here sometimes and talk out of their asses? And it's like, what do you freaking know, Ian? Like, do you live there? To be honest with you, a lot of those men that deserve to be, left. Alcoholics and woman beaters. Okay, so listen, I know this because I live this, okay? I've seen this. I see it all. I used to see it all the time. One of my best friends, okay? There's an example. One of my best friends, my classmate, gorgeous. I mean, she was gorgeous. Figure, fair, white skin, like smooth as porcelain dolls, like just long blonde natural hair, like straight down to her waist, even now down to her ass. Okay, beautiful figure, hourglass. Like, she was so beautiful, like all the guys were like just dropping that just to even take her out for a coffee or whatnot. Years later, I left Canada in 1999, and so it was her, my other friend Zhenya as well, and another friend Lena. This girl is named Lena. So two Zenas, two Lenas, right? Anyway, so we kept in touch, even though I had to buy these calling cards, whatever, right? And then so years later, I couldn't get a hold of her anymore. She just fell off. She got married, so she moved out of her parents' house. So she moved in with him. Fell off the face of the earth. Zero contact. Can't get a hold of her. Called her mom. She's like, I can't give you her phone number because her husband won't let her talk to anyone. When I saw a picture of her husband, first of all, like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna swear, but he's the ugliest motherfucker I've seen ever. Like, he is just so ugly. Just ugly. Okay, I mean, physically, I didn't even know how ugly he was on the inside, but wait. So he isolated her. She is not allowed to talk to her freaking mom and dad. To her sister, she's not allowed to talk to anyone. All she does is she goes to work, comes home. Obviously, no social media, no, not even a fucking cell phone, okay? Not even a cell phone. Um, she has a degree, she makes good money, she makes more money than her husband. Her husband is an alcoholic abuser. He beats her. On top of that, she had a baby with him. And because I don't know what happened, but obviously drinking involved and who knows what else. The kid was born mentally retarded. Okay, and I know it's not politically correct to say, but this is what happened. Okay, so he is not all up there. He is, first of all, he looks like a Frankenstein. He's like 6'3", huge. He is super aggressive. You can't even let this guy out in public. Okay, I'm not joking. I'm not freaking joking. This is what happened to her, and she was such a good girl. She was a good girl. She was a virgin when she married her husband. Okay, this is what happened. And he's an alcoholic. He beats her. So I was talking to my other best friend, Lena. We actually, three of us were in school. We were classmates. Zhenya is from my neighborhood, and then I introduced them, so we were friends together. So I was talking to Lena, and she lives in England now, and she told me because we felt anyway. She moved, she lost my number, and then she changed the number anyway. So long story short, she came to visit from England. She went to visit her parents, and she swung by my house to get my phone number from my mom, and she called. So we talked, and she told me, she's like, I saw Lena at the bazaar. And I'm like, how's she doing? She's like, you know what? And she's like, I did not recognize her. She's like, I looked straight into her face and I didn't recognize her. I only recognized her when I saw her hands, because she had beautiful hands. Like she had like a pianist, like very, like not too long, not freakishly long, but long, thin, and like very beautiful shape of nails. Like that girl was 10 out of 10, like not even 15. I'm not joking. She was better look, but the best looking girl I've ever seen. I'm not joking. She was that gorgeous. Sweet, so sweet, so like docile, like she didn't, and that this is exactly what happened. She just married the wrong guy and he destroyed her life. And now she's not even alive. And she looks like she's already in her 60s. Okay? So don't tell me about Ukrainian men, okay? Right. Telling me shit. This Ian Glory. Yeah, you know what? Shut the hell up. You coming back here again? No, you can't come back because you blocked. Anyway, war is a horrible. And yeah, exactly. Right. You're cute. Well, thank you, Kevin. That's kind of you. Okay, Los. It's funny to see these butch women rage in jealousy over Ukrainian. Oh, I know. These guys are dumb too. Do they really think the Ukrainian woman is going to be their slave or accept flaws like bad looks? No, listen. First of all, bad looks. Let's stop you right there, okay? Like I said, beauty and perfection is in the eyes of the beholder. You know, to some men, I might be a 10. To some men, I've heard they say I'm a 1, okay? Doesn't matter. But the beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, right? So to the right person, you're gonna be that 10, because all they're gonna do is to see the best in you. They're gonna love you for you. It doesn't matter if you have some disadvantages, because nobody's perfect, okay? But you as a couple, as a unit, you, like for example, like me and my man, we balance each other out, okay? We do. And the best part of our relationship is in the interdependent relationship. I don't need him, he doesn't need me, okay? But we want to be together. And when I'm with him, he brings the best in me, and vice versa. And this is what I think the relationship should be. I mean, it's, of course there's going to be hiccups, and but you have to stay strong. And see, a lot of Ukrainian women, they stay with the man despite the mistreatment, alcoholism. I'm telling you this because my stepdad is an alcoholic. Well, was, okay. Super smart dentist, one of the best dentists in Ukraine. Okay, I've been doing it for 40 years, some plus, and he's the sweetest guy. But as soon as he touches that bottle, that goes out the window. But the thing is, he was an alcoholic, so he couldn't stop drinking. So it was pretty much every day. Every single day, he would beat my mom. He never touched me, but he would beat her for no freaking reason. No reason whatsoever, because he just needed an outlet. And the only one that's available to beat is my mom. She's small. She can't defend herself. She's 5'2", smaller than me. So of course, and that's what Slavic man. And I'm not talking about Ukrainian, Russian, Polish, Czech. It's in their nature, because that's how okay, I'm the boss of the house, so you do as I say. You burn dinner, oh wow. Okay? This is what happens. And you think, oh yeah, well, guys in Ukraine, they go to die in war. And is it women's fault? Did they start this war? Last time I checked, it was some psycho freaking man that started it. 5'6", 5'5", shrimp. Putin. Yeah. So you're blaming Ukrainian women because they after their husbands die, or they're done with their abuse. They what? They don't deserve to for a better life. Then you know what? Stay with your Western women. How about that? Don't even come on this. Like, that freaking guy pissed me off. I'm sorry. Whew. I am brave. Hi, Albert. How are you? Why ugly men find pretty women? Why ugly? I don't understand your comment, but if you the Mercy Kawa, interesting name. Why ugly men find pretty women? I I don't know how to answer that. What happened? Why did you so mad at Ian? What did he do? I wasn't for. Well, he said, okay, Albert. He said that, oh, Ukrainian women send their husbands to die, in the war, and move on and want to live a happy life. In that sense, like, you think women want to send their husbands to war and be alone with the kids by themselves? Like, what kind of mentality? Like, yeah, it pissed me off. Like, what the hell? Why you say stupid things? Like, Ian doesn't even live in Ukraine. Talking out of his ass. But anyway, need a good women, or you want plural, or you want one? Oh my god, she chose the wrong one. Yes, man, past working and guy. I'm not joking. Like, I don't think I'm 10. I'm not even close to 10. What I think, like, maybe 6.5. She was a 10. A knockout. Smart, and she had this speech, not impediment, but she, like, kind of rolled her eyes as French, not like Russians, like like she, anyway. Parler. Anyway, so she just rolled it. So she was so cute, like, so cute. She was smart, sweet, and we thought none of us can still believe that, like, all our friends are floored. She's not allowed. She's not allowed out of the house. She's not allowed to have a cell phone. Nothing. And she's the one. She's the breadwinner. The husband drinks. He works part time somewhere. Drinks, beats her, sleeps around, and she's stuck at home raising a degenerate. No, not degenerate. It's not degenerate. It's different. Kid. Okay, so hello. It's people that don't have any idea, don't live in the country, have absolutely no idea what's going on, have the most to say. Okay? Kind of like, queers for Palestine. Go to Palestine. Let's see how that works out. Anyway, I'm fucking pissed right now. Anyway, I should calm down, but then I shouldn't drink my coffee. I'll have some hibiscus tea. I'm worked up. Anyway, you guys always. Okay, yeah, no, okay. Wait, not funny. Okay. Whatever was funny, thank you. Okay. Man, that Ukrainian guy just ruined that woman's life. It's so sad. She was one of my best friends, and like I can't even talk to her. Even if I go to Ukraine, she's not allowed to see anybody. She's not allowed to get out of the house. So I can't even see her unless I like see her on the bazaar. Like I said, the other girl, Lena, only recognize her by her hands. Like, how sad is that? She could have been a supermodel. Like, her body is just, she wasn't tall. She was a little bit shorter than me, but gorgeous. Wow. That's why I personally could never see myself with an Eastern European man. I told myself I would rather even die than be with the Eastern European man. Definitely, if I stayed in Ukraine, I would have never gotten married. I would have never even have a relationship. No, just no. I'd rather no. Yeah, Western men on average do not think that way exactly. Not just because of the laws again. Yeah, see, domestic violence, but morally depraved to act in such a callous manner. Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. The one thing, the law in Ukraine is mostly on the guy's side. So, and women here, they got their freedom, right, in the West, and they took it way too far. You gave them an inch, they took a mile, and now, oof, yeah, no wonder men don't want to get married here. Like, why get married to do like so what? So she can cheat on me and take half of take the kids, take half, and then I'm still paying her alimony, and she gets the house and the car. But what if I was the guy? Yeah, I'd probably never get married. I'd probably never have kids either, because I see these baby mamas just be like, okay, I need to get my hair done, I need my nails done, and you paying for it because we had a child together. Like, what? Back home in Ukraine, honestly, well, I call it still kind of home because my family's there. But back there, anyway, lost my train of thought for a second. Okay, now surely there is a war doesn't necessarily establish the Ukrainian shouldn't look for husband, but to be honest, I would like to see many Ukrainian ladies stay in Ukraine and defend. They do. The ones that can get out, they do get out because they don't want to die. So I mean, my brother, for example, I offered him so many times, let me take you here. Let me bring you here. Let me bring you here. He's like, if you ever ask me again, I will block you for a year and I will not talk to you because he's the patriot. He doesn't want to go. And he is 0.01% of really high quality men. And I'm not talking about in Ukraine, all over the world. Because he's master's degree, he's a kind person, he got his shit together, pretty handsome. Again, because he takes after my mom's brother. My uncle was a very good looking man. And got a good career, yeah, but any moment he can be dragged into vandal. You know what happens in Ukraine? You're walking down the street being a dude, a van pulls up, they grab you, that's it. You're gone. And off you go, fight. When some men in the West think, oh, Ukrainian women leave their man, most Ukrainian women left their man before the war started because they were abusive. And they want something better because the Western men are better. Okay? Why wouldn't you want something better for yourself? You're obviously, because you want better than Western women. So, hello, come here. Yeah, well, Albert, would you expect your, you know what, again. I mean, always pretty women go with ugly men. I don't know. My man is handsome. My man is 10 out of 10 to me. Yes. So, I don't know. Again, when you're in Ukraine and you only have ugly men, what do you, if you have slim pickings, what do you choose? You choose to be alone. I chose to be alone. Yeah. And I knew if I stayed in Ukraine, there was no way in hell that I was going to date somebody from Ukraine. That no, it was just F no. Okay, so slim pickings, Slavic man, not good looking. No, just no, 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 no. And because my mom is Vepsian, she's not Russian nor Ukrainian. She's Vepsian, by the way. So I am half Vepsian. So is my brother. So yeah. Anywho, I don't know. I prefer Russian to Ukrainian ones. From my experience, they got charisma and stronger characters. Well, okay, Albert, then you should not be on here because we only have Ukrainian women to offer here. So don't think you should be here. Yes, thank you, Albert, for visiting. Bye now. Ooh, Janik is here. I see. Ooh. To me, it's clear I'm talking only about those whom I encountered. That's true. Well, I also know some men and well, listen, like I said, to each their own, you got everybody's got their tastes, so whatever, but you anyway, so let's see, people in Western hemisphere, especially the US and Canada, don't get it, with exception of indigenous tribes, but the settlers in North America never faced invasion. Not yet. Not freaking yet. But it looks like it. It looks like it's gonna happen soon, and I need to get the hell out of Canada because hopefully Canada doesn't get involved with the US wars, especially after Trump slapped the tariffs on us. I hope we don't help them defend nothing. Ugh. Disgusting. Okay. Hi, Janik. You're here late. Hello. I'm gonna make you pay late fees, guys. You're gonna have to sing me a song. What do you about the stereotypes the Ukrainian ladies look for in Western men to get them in better life? And that many of them are gold diggers. That many. I don't know how many of them are gold diggers. To make it clear, I don't aim to offend or to fuck around. No, listen, Albert, I totally understand. I'm sure there are gold diggers. And I'm hoping our women are vetted very well, which I was told they are. And listen, there are gold diggers everywhere. Like I said, I can't speak for every woman. I can't speak for anyone but myself, okay? And on behalf of my bosses who tell me that all the women are vetted, I tell you, all the women, Ukrainian, I think we have one Russian lady there. Maybe you can talk to her. So what women look in Western men? listen, we're just tired of being abused and yelled at and demands, kind of like Western women. They have all these demands and they don't reciprocate. That's the same thing with Ukrainian men. Like, we do things for them, but there's no reciprocation from them. They just, yes, you gotta give it to me. You're my wife. You do this, you do that, and if you disobey, poof, you got smacked in the face. You go to the police. Police, oh well, why did it smack you? Maybe you open your mouth. Well, why do you think? Well, do you think Ukrainian women want to be like? Do you think any woman wants to be treated like that? Kind of like you guys don't, like Western men don't want to be treated and taken advantage of by Western women. Same thing we go through. Okay, so we are looking for exactly opposite what the Slavic men are. Absolutely opposite. Western men. And you guys are looking something opposite from Western women, right? So, therefore, I think we are a perfect match. I know I'm a perfect match with my man. Anyway. Okay, the closest US came to invasion is American Revolutionary War. That was way back in the 1770s. Most US citizens don't realize how brutal the brutal war is unless ex-military or currently is enlisted. But that's the thing, in Ukraine, Russia, don't have a choice. It's mandatory. You join the army. They don't ask you unless you're mentally challenged, unless you're physically challenged, obviously, or you go into school at the time of 18 years old. Once you're done school, you will most likely be drafted back. There's really no limit. I mean, at this point, at first they said it was up to 60 men go to war, and now they increased it to 65 because they're running out of men, right? And again, I'm not saying all Ukrainian men are bad either. No, I say majority, and I'm saying from what I have experienced personally, what I have seen, what my friends go through, what my family went through or go through, what I have seen, what I have experienced, what I'm telling you, that is only my opinion here, okay? That's why get out there, talk to other people. I'm not here to force you into anything. I'm just giving you my side of the story, what I have seen, what I learned in life. And you're more than welcome to listen. If you do, we can agree to disagree. But I don't like when people start offending, Ukrainian women. You don't know anything about them, okay? And if you do, well, maybe you run into a few bad apples. Okay? Again, red flags. If you colorblind, it's not my fault. Has the reputation of an American government changed the minds of Slavic women? Not American government minds of what? And in the sense of what? Aaron, by the way, hello, Aaron. What change minds of on what? Like, elaborate, please, and then I can answer. Generally speak. Okay. I swear I prefer to die to marry a West. Yeah, I kind of like felt the same way about Eastern European men. Besides the number one fact that I'm not even attracted to them, I really don't find them attractive whatsoever. I just don't. Mm-mm. Like, and the crazy thing is, I can recognize them. Like here in Canada, I've lived here for what, 26 years now, and I can tell the difference between the Russian guy, Ukrainian guy, Polish guy. I can tell them apart. So, like Eastern European people, I can tell them apart. Romanian people, I can tell them apart, and I don't find any of them good looking. I don't. Mm-mm. Just. Bleh. I'm sorry, but this is how I feel. This is. But I always found. I even remember when I was growing up, and there was in 90s, there was this girl in Russia. She was a singer, and she was, or maybe it was a girl band, but they were singing about American Boy. And that was one of my favorite songs. She's like, "Oh, American Boy, you're gonna come, and then I'm gonna leave with you to America and live an American dream." And this was like, every girl loved that song. Anywho, let's see. I know I'm over a little bit over time, and I know I'm gonna get in poop for staying a little bit later, but I'm not supposed to go over an hour. But at the same time, we should talk about starting this podcast a little bit later. Anyway, hello, Cal. I'm from UK. I do have a chance to marry a pretty Ukrainian. Do I have a chance? No smoke, no drink, no alcohol. That's good. Don't drink. Smoking also bad for you. And who wants to make out with an ashtray? Well, tell me more about you. Do you have a chance? Well, here. Right here. See this? Check it out. Register is free. Check out the ladies. See if you even like them, okay? Like I said, guys, I'm not forcing you. Go sign up or pay money. No. Check it out. I mean, a lot of times you guys have time to kill and nothing to do. Check out ladies. Check out, see if you like. Depends on how old you are, Demirki. Most of our ladies are mid-30s and up. So if you're younger and like younger women, I think we only have one or two that are in their 20s, but most of them are older. So like mid-30s and up. So yeah. But yeah, check them out. See, even if you like the product. I mean, come on, it's not to everybody's taste. Some guys, I don't know, some guys like blondes, some like brunettes. See, and then you tell me. And the good thing is that okay. US used to have a draft, but my country got rid of it after Vietnam War. Yeah, now it's 100% volunteer military service. US will do draft only as the last resort option, but so far not using it. Oh, they're gonna start using it soon. What's gonna happen to all those Western women entitled when they're gonna start running out of Western men? And the thing is, so I don't know if you guys heard about the strand passport bros, where guys go to different countries, and find wives there. So of course, American and Western women were losing their freaking mind, going somewhere else to find And what I don't understand is we don't want these men. Ugh, disgusting. You don't make six figures. But as soon as they go and find some woman that is okay with him making 50,000 and wants to cook, clean, take care of him and the kids and the house and everything, and make sure that his balls are empty on daily. Oh, right away then. Oh my goodness. Oh, he needed to go to that country, whatever, like wherever he went, like China or Vietnam or Russia. Well, maybe not Russia, because you can't go to Russia now, but Canada, I mean Ukraine, and to find himself a wife. Yeah, why not? If you're all plastic, okay, obese on top of everything, because if you go to the West, how many people are obese here? I'm shocked. I'm still shocked. I just don't understand how this happened. I mean, I do. Not rocket science, but where you have anyway. So why would the man want to be with you? You have nothing to offer. You're entitled. Like women, I actually this morning while I was getting ready, I watched some videos, modern dating, of course. And this guy comes home from work, 12-hour shift. All he wants to do is he wants to lay down and relax, and he wants to eat, and he wants to take a nap. And she just goes off on him like, and he wants a dinner, and she makes him ramen noodles throughout the week. And then on the weekend, she's like, on the weekend you can buy groceries, I'll cook, but during the week you get ramen noodles, and I go out while you're at work and I buy myself some food, eat somewhere, but that's it. But you get ramen noodles. And he says, I'm buying you Gucci and the purses and this and that and pay the bills. And then, like, and I can't even get a plate to eat after 12 hours. And the sad part is the guy was good looking. I mean, he was up there, like 7.5, easy. I didn't see what she looked like, but I don't care what she looks like. She could be a freaking 20 out of 10, which is impossible. But point being is that what the hell? Why would you? What is wrong? But what is wrong with you? My first question is, what is wrong with this guy? You, why? Why are you with her? Makes absolutely zero sense. And so anyway, but okay, that was an example. And so back to, so these women decided we're gonna do passport sisters, whatever the heck the movement. Did they ever learn that there's no one better than Western men? Because anywhere they went to Europe, like you go to Germany, they go Dutch. You not, it doesn't even go 50-50. You pay for what you got, what you ate, what you drank, and I pay for what I got. They don't pay your bills. They don't even pay for your freaking coffee. Hello. So that's my point, and now, of course, Western women are pissed off because guys are just fed up with the shit. So they just want to go and find good women elsewhere. It doesn't have to be Ukraine. I'm not, listen, to each their own. The world, this is why we're all different. It's like Forrest Gump said, the life is like a box of chocolates, right? Well, there you have it. So, but anyway, you guys, I gotta go. I have things to do, breakfast to make, and I have some stuff planned for today. Finish my drawings. Well, not finish, but work on my drawings. So, and by the way, oops, that's two. I made that a long, long, long time ago. I think 18. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for coming and visiting. And wait a minute, one second. Okay. Albert, before I leave, okay, you smoke, fine. Just brush your teeth. Oh, okay, that didn't look like I was brushing teeth. Anyway, okay, just make sure Listerine in your mouth. Try. I don't really know many Ukrainian women that smoke, but that's fine, as long as you don't really drink. You're 42. That's good. Okay, you're an American from Arizona. I heard it's very hot there. I work as a mechanical engineer. That's very impressive. Well, one thing I tell you, a lot of Russians and Ukrainians are engineers. That's both of my parents are engineers. So that's a plus. Yes. Believe me, my Ukrainian women love intellectual men. Before they they would prefer to be with someone who's not just intellectual but wise, wise in life, than to be with a pretty boy. So listen, my grandma, I've said that before, and my grandma told me this a long time ago. Your man should be a little bit better looking than the gorilla. That's what the man should look like. Kind of a little bit of caveman look, which I personally prefer. Pretty boys, don't even come talk to me. Well, actually, don't talk to me at all because I got a man, but even if I was single, pretty boys, never. Guys that do their eyebrows, unless it's a unibrow, yeah, get rid of this crap, please. And if it's too bushy, yes, but if it's too perfect, don't talk to me. Weirdo. Yes, I'm familiar with Passport Bros. That's my screen. Yeah, variation of that. Passport King, that right? Yeah, that's right. No, listen, Passport King. I know you know. I was talking to others. Anyway, yeah, modern women hate passport bro philosophy because they know they can't compete against those women in many other countries. No, they can't compete even in the weight class. It's just that alone. And then on top of everything, all the plastic and anyway, guys, I really have to go. Thank you. Thank you everyone. I let me play that last video as I should always, and I have to find it. I'm looking. Oh, there it is. Okay, guys, thank you. Please come back tomorrow. It's 10 a.m. Mountain Time. 11 mountains in Canada. Come back, see Rina, and the next weekend it's only gonna be me because Rina has something something to do. She replaced me for a couple of weekends ago when my friend got married. So anyway, blah blah blah. Thank you guys for stopping by, listening to me ramble and engaging with the conversation with me. And don't forget, check it out. Just check it out, no obligations. Take a look, see even if you like the product. But come back tomorrow and the next weekend, and I love you all. I wish you all a very good weekend, and thank you for coming.
Hi guys. Say, have you ever wondered how us, beautiful Ukrainian women, rate you? Well, now you can go calculate your score at yoursmv.com.